There is a new lawsuit against First Baptist Church of Dallas by a North Texas family alleging that their child was sexually assaulted on a mission trip in 2022. First Baptist Dallas is a megachurch led by Pastor Robert Jeffress. The lawsuit alleges that the sexual abuse happened in 2022 to this family's son on a San Diego mission trip. The family is suing for negligence, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and civil conspiracy. In addition to the church, there are two pastors that are also named in the lawsuit, Pastors Ryland Whitehorn and Alan Lynch. According to the lawsuit, the victim, who was just out of 8th grade at the time, was invited to the room of 10th grade boys while on the trip. And after watching an R-rated movie, one of the 10th grade boys abused the teen, the lawsuit alleges. So the family has said that they were already concerned because their son had previously been threatened while attending a previous church-sponsored event in June of 2022. And that was at a youth adventure camp in New Mexico when another teen allegedly held a knife to his throat. So the lawsuit alleges that church officials discouraged the family from pressing charges about that previous incident and reassured them that the mission trip to San Diego the following month would have more supervision. So the lawsuit alleges that there was a boy who did witness the abuse, and that boy discouraged the younger ones from reporting or discussing what had happened, and that the victim did not initially report the abuse out of fear of shame or retaliation. And it wasn't until 2 months later, allegedly, that a church official called the victim and his mother to an urgent meeting at the church without revealing any other details. And it was at that meeting that allegedly Pastor Lynch lectured the victim and tried to intimidate, threaten, and confuse him. And from that point on, Lynch attempted to intimidate and bully them into silence, allegedly. And the victim and his family were excluded from certain church activities. So the family also alleges that the boy who abused their son had abused another boy on an earlier church-sponsored trip. That incident had also been allegedly reported to the church, and officials similarly discouraged that victim's family from reporting it. So for its part, First Baptist Church of Dallas said authorities concluded that it was consensual sexual activity. I will add a personal note. I found out about this lawsuit in the news reports this morning through a private message from a pastor at First Baptist Dallas. I do know this pastor from mutual friends, but not in frequent communication with him, however. But from time to time, he has messaged me or, maybe followed along other stories that I've posted about. But today he sent me a message about the story, linking to this news story about the lawsuit. And he was letting me know about the lawsuit, but wanted to tell me that from his perspective, he wanted me to know that he feels that the church is not in the wrong and that they handled it correctly.